Hey dolls, welcome back to your Royal BFF, the People's Duchess. How's it going? Happy Saturday. The weekend is upon us, and I hope you are using your free will to the very last drop. I have been taking an extended vacation from reality, but I had to come back down to earth for one night only to address this kerfuffle over Harry and Meghan going to London. I don't even know where to start. Y'all, you know I love y'all. You know I love y'all down. You guys are basically family at this point. So, as your auntie, as your big sis, I would be remiss and it would be a big missed opportunity if I didn't at least voice these concerns. And look, we're going to agree to disagree here. We're not always going to see eye to eye on things, and that's perfectly fine. Family sometimes doesn't see eye to eye. No worries. We will get through, we shall overcome. However, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the saxophones getting really loud here. You know, if I ignored the ikoro getting extremely loud in my ear right now, I would be remiss. For those of you non-Igbo speakers who aren't familiar, the ikoro is that drum that you hear in Nollywood movies that signals danger, trickery afoot, tomfoolery being had, someone about to be poisoned, someone about to eat said poisoned food. It's a lot. It's a lot, but thankfully there's a TikTok that explains it beautifully.
And to the Nigerians joining in on the when the saxophones get louder, when have y'all heard saxophones? I have never heard a saxophone in my life. I've never heard a saxophone. But what I have heard.
Shout out to Ngozi Kim Possible. Y'all go follow her on TikTok. She's hilarious. But yeah, these are the drums in my ears currently with this situation. Loud. The drums are loud right now. Y'all, please chill. Please chill. I take God beg you, please chill. This narrative about will they, won't they, bring the kids, yada yada, it's so tiresome. This has been an ongoing narrative for what, 6 years now? Even if they bring those children to the UK, why are we giving Tom Sykes airtime? Why are we giving the Royal Rota airtime? And I'm not saying not to discuss them. We definitely should continue calling them out when they're wrong, calling them out when they're ignorant or when they're saying things that just aren't true. But why are we acting as if Tom Sykes' insight as to the Sussex children coming to the UK is factual? How is it that all of a sudden now, after years and years and years of lying, that he's going to say something like the Sussexes are bringing their children and we run with that? Just because it sounds like it's plausible or something that could be true, which I don't understand because when has he ever said something that was true? When? Name a time and I will eat my words. When has he ever been shown to know what he was talking about when it came to the Sussexes? The only thing Tom Sykes has ever been truthful about is his drug addiction. That is it. I believe him on that because he looks every bit the crackhead that he is. Over the better part of a decade, nothing has changed. They're still just as clueless today as they were back in 2016, 2017 about the Sussexes. They know nothing. And we shouldn't perpetuate what they say as facts because it isn't. I know that we're excited for this. I know that we're looking forward to this. A lot of us are anticipating this reunion in the UK. However, I beg y'all to be a little bit more discerning when talking about the source of the information. And if you were to say, like, oh, this is from Tom Sykes, he's a loser, I just think that maybe it could be true, that's one thing. But we're taking his words and saying he said it's true, so we think it's true also, which I'm at a loss for why that's the case with some conversation that I've seen centers around these things being factual, and we don't know that for a fact at all. And in fact, even if they are factual, I don't think I like that people know that. I'm not sure that it's like the best idea to be advertising that the Sussex children are going to be in the UK anyways, for clear and obvious reasons. I mean, come on, guys. Even if that's the case, don't we want to protect them? Wouldn't we rather protect them instead? I would rather people not know and not think that the Sussex kids are going to be in the UK. And look, don't get me wrong, I completely understand the interest. I completely understand the sensational nature of the claim and the desire to talk it out. But I think that these conversations are better framed around protecting the kids versus giving credence to what these crackheads in the Rota are saying. I just don't think that there's any benefit to giving Tom Sykes a minute of airtime on any of our platforms. Again, talking about him is one thing, but like perpetuating the things that he says as factual is quite dangerous, in my opinion. I just feel like we're kind of playing a little bit into their hands and really giving them what they want, which is more airtime, more visibility. They can tap into the squad and use us in this way. And I do feel like they are using us because they know how we are. They know that we're going to stand up for the Sussexes against some nonsense. So they've learned to play into that, especially with some of our most stark defenders who we love and need and respect dearly. But man, sometimes I feel like they play a little bit of a game and sometimes we can fall for it. It's really a slippery slope that we're on right now. And as far as the commentary around the children and going back to the UK, I hope that we all have security in mind moving forward and not give these Royal Rota what they're looking for, which is our time and attention. Ordinarily, I'm perfectly fine with the discourse. I'm perfectly fine with us duking it out with the Rota on any given day. But when it comes to the kids, I'm hoping that we can just snuff this conversation out immediately. Like, put an end to all public discussion regarding these children, especially when your source is a Rota. Like, come on, guys. All he did was take a crack at it. He just took a guess, as good as yours or mine. You don't have to be an educated or intelligent person to think they would probably take the kids given the length of time they'll be gone. I think what's happening is the Home Office is briefing the royals about the security measures that are going to be in place, the additional security measures that are likely going to be needed, all of that jazz, and they're taking it upon themselves to say, oh, additional security, that probably means the kids are going to be there. These people don't know jack from squat. They don't know shishi when it comes to the plans. They are going primarily based off of insider security information that they're either getting from the royals directly or getting from an inn at the Home Office, but they don't know. And you know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't want to see Harry and Meghan in the UK at these Invictus Games. What I'm really hoping is that these games are similar to the Dusseldorf events that just occurred not too long ago that Harry gave a very warm commencement and congratulations to the participants for. I have the video. I actually want to play that right now and then we'll chat on the other side.
Dear State Secretary Hartman, Deputy General Inspector Schilling, Mayor Keller, competitors, friends, families, and members of our global Invictus community. It is an honor to be sending this message as you all gather in Dusseldorf for another Invictus sporting spectacle. What happened here in 2023 did not end in the arena. Thanks to Invictus Germany, the Games became a catalyst for lasting national change, strengthening recognition, community, and support for veterans, including the national recognition of Veterans Day. Germany is setting a powerful example of what it means to honor service with dignity and enduring commitment. My sincere thanks go to the Federal Ministry of Defense, Minister Pistorius, State Secretary Hartmann, Mayor Keller, and, of course, the team at DLive. The Bundeswehr und Gesellschaft Award presented to Düsseldorf was incredibly well-deserved, as you continue to build a lasting home for respect. We are now gathered for the second Invictus Germany Sports Festival, welcoming 11 nations. And what you've created here is already helping shape the inaugural Invictus Australia Sports Festival later this year. And as we look toward Birmingham, United Kingdom 2027, and the announcement of the 2029 host city, our focus is on building year-round pathways for rehabilitation and recovery. And Germany's leadership is central to that future. Most importantly, this weekend is about you, the servicemen and women whose courage and determination continue to inspire us all. Over the next few days, through sport, you will once again show the world the power of resilience, of friendship, and of shared purpose. Thank you for your service, your example, and for showing us what it means to move forward together. Have a fantastic time in Dusseldorf, lean on each other when you need to, and celebrate everything you've achieved. And most importantly, make sure you have fun.
Okay, so elements of the games go on without Harry and Meghan's presence, right? The games are all over, they're global, they're worldwide, and they do have these events, and the patrons, the founders, aren't there. But as you can see, they're still successful. They're still wonderful events that bring communities together. I'm hoping that this time around in the UK, we don't really see much of Harry and Meghan. And I don't mean to sound punitive. By no means am I saying that the good people of Britain deserve to have that joy taken away from them because of the loud minority, but they do need to get it together as far as their press is concerned. And unfortunately, the side effect of their press running diseased and rampant the way that they are is that nobody really gets to enjoy the Sussexes the way that they should. Charles, in particular, grow some balls, get your press together, and this might work out for you in the end. You might actually be able to redeem yourself and your legacy. Highly unlikely because you are a petty bitch, but in the event that you wise up, there's still time. And fortunately for you, you have a son who hasn't yet cast you completely into the dumpster, which he's better than me because I would never speak to you again. I would have gone no contact the minute you married the woman who helped kill my mother. And I know y'all have heart. You're like Harry, you've got a ton of heart, you've got a lot of fight in you, and you stick up for what's right, and I applaud that. But I implore us, my beloved squad, please proceed with discernment when it comes to the Rota. I know, they ain't shit, but let's just, come on now. A little bit more due diligence, shall we? They are not the arbiters of truth, and they shouldn't have this kind of effect on our community where they say something and then we all take it and run with it. It's so detrimental, not just to us, but to the Sussexes and especially to their kids. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, hit that join button. We have a ton of fun in members only. Buy me a coffee if you're so inclined and want to support the channel. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, guys. Take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and until next time, bye for now.